Free transfers for the FPL Experts this week, with a firm look at Chelsea going into game week 22, and we've also got the deal sheet. Help me get this one to 1,000 likes and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Starting off with how the experts fared then in game week 22. Just 30 points. It was a low scoring week, but the transfers in delivered, with Enzo with a 6-pointer and Michele with a 6-pointer. Gabriel was the big return elsewhere with 8 points, but a lot of blanks in the squad this time out, and having Dubravka with 5 points on the bench. We could certainly have done with those ones this week. So the team now is just outside the top 100k, down to 110k, 1,308 points overall. Are you beating the experts team? Would you feature in the Community Invitational League top 10, which sees a new leader this week in FPL SWAT, Duncan Butler, who managed 46 points, which has taken him up to 8.5k in the world. If you are doing better and you would be in this top 10, let me know in the comments. 3 free transfers then for the experts this week. 2.6 million in the bank, so a lot of flexibility. The experts with some varying ideas on what to do, but one common theme wins out on top. So 50% of the experts have voted to sell Heaven this week, who doesn't look like he's going to now be a starter in Carrick's side. 25% looking at rolling. There was also votes to sell Ekitike, Soboslai, O'Reilly and Stack. In terms of the transfers in, well, this is a bit more clean cut. 75% of the experts recommend a move for Chalobah, with 25% looking at bringing in Thiago, Rice and Tavernier. So quite a lot going on there, but some very clear results which help us to make the transfers for game week 23. Here's how the team lines up then for game week 23 then, and Kelleher keeps his place between the sticks for the home game against Nottingham Forest, with Dubravka on the bench for Spurs at home. Then we see Chalobah come into the back line in place of Heaven to join O'Reilly for Wolves at home and Gabriel for Manchester United at home, with Mukiele and Klein dropping to the bench. We also then see a midfield 4 of Foden, Saka, Soboslai and Enzo, with the front 3 Ekitike, Calvert-Lewin against his former employers Everton and Haaland, with the big fixture of the weekend against Wolves at home, with Stack on the bench, who is currently yellow flagged with injury. No surprise to see Haaland with 100% of the votes for the armband, despite a barren spell in terms of his goal involvement output, but hopefully Wolves at home, he can return to winning ways. I guess the big question is, does he get rested for this fixture? We saw Marmoush involved a little bit in midweek, coming on for Foden after 70 minutes. So we could see some rotation in this City side, but they do need points on the board as well after a rough few weeks in terms of their form. So yeah, it's going to be a difficult one, but no win in the Premier League in their last 4. Maybe Wolves at home feels like the fixture they need to bounce back with, even having to play a strong squad in that one. Let's have a look at the deal sheet then, and starting off on the buy list, a player the experts bought last week and I bought for my own team, Chelsea's Enzo Fernandez, who has 2 goals and 1 assist in the last 4 game weeks. The fixtures look great. Crystal Palace, West Ham, Wolves, Leeds, Burnley is the next 5. A very enticing spell for them. He looks to be playing in the number 10 role now for Chelsea, so it's a good time to bring him in given the form and the fixtures. Number 2 on the buy list is Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes, who comes straight back into the frame, having got 2 assists in 2 games since returning from injury. Arsenal away looks like a tough entry point, but he was the top performing midfielder in the game before succumbing to injury. So that's obviously one positive. He's top for big chances, created and key passes this season. He's got goal threat as well. He's on set pieces. He's on penalties. He's getting DEFCON as well. So you can buy him this week. Do not be put off by the fixture. Also on the buy list is Brentford's Thiago. Remember, 16 goals scored by him this season. Not a million miles away from Haaland's output there. Nottingham Forest at home feels like a good entry point. The fixtures are a bit mixed for Brentford, but They continue to score multiple goals per game. Thiago continues to be a player we struggle to ignore. Moving on to the monitor list, and the second most bought player this season, this game week, Bryan Mbeumo, is a monitor at the moment for the experts. Scored against City. I think I've got to agree with him here. Give it the Arsenal game. If he's continuing to play as a centre forward, then that's really enticing. And then the fixtures after that for Manchester United are Fulham, Spurs, West Ham, Everton. So not a bad little run of fixtures for them. Also on the monitor list is Cole Palmer, a player that we really want to buy, looking at Chelsea's form and fixtures. Obviously got a goal last time out, but there's just niggling concerns that maybe he's not fully fit, whether that be a problem or whether it's just match fitness and minutes. But he's, 5 goal involvements this season, missed a few games through injury, a few little periods, continues to pay for that busy summer for the club. I think if he plays in game week 23, then maybe look at buying game week 24, but I wouldn't buy this week. Also on the monitor list is Cunha. He was a sell last week. Obviously came off the bench to get an assist for Manchester United against City. We still need to figure out whether he's going to be a regular under Carrick or not. But if he is going to get the minutes, then he is a nice prospect. So again, give him the Arsenal game, and then you could look to buy. But I would definitely buy Mbeumo and Fernandes over him. And I think when you look at the price differential with Mbeumo looks to be the one to go for right now at just 0.1 million more. On the sell list, well, some managers could have 4 or 5 City players in their team and be looking to transfer them out. O'Reilly is quite an easy sell at the moment. It looks like he's lost his place a little bit at Manchester City. 2 substitute performances in the last 2 game weeks. When he does come on, he can be more advanced at times. Wolves at home doesn't feel like a fixture to sell him for, but if he's not going to play, then he's not going to offer a lot for our squads. Also on the sell list from the experts, maybe a little bit controversially, is Ekitike. The fixtures are mixed for Liverpool. The next 3 is Bournemouth away, Newcastle at home, City at home. He hasn't got a goal involvement since game week 18. He has missed 2 games through injury in that time, but there's been little to report in his other performances as well, which is a concern. Also on a sell list, again, if you've got too many City players, maybe Foden is a sell now. He did manage to play in midweek, having been substituted at halftime in the Manchester derby with an arm injury. But he hasn't got an attacking return in the Premier League since game week 16. That is a concern. Wolves at home doesn't feel like a fixture you need to sell him for. But if you've got 4 or 5 City players and you're forced into selling some this week, then Foden maybe is the sensible position there if you are looking to sell. I hope you found this video useful then. If you have, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you for watching.